Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing a massive haul video. January purchases, Kickstarters, birthday gifts. Just there's a lot. So I hope you have something to drink. Because there's a lot of stuff that I got for my birthday. I'm also going to have to take you over behind my chair back there because I got a gift from my hubby that's behind the chair. And I don't want to move it because it's big. So I have to take you with my phone back there and show you. But I got a couple of big gifts. That's why I'm starting off this way. A couple of big gifts that are not easy to put, down below underneath of my phone that's pointing down. So here is one of the gifts that I got. Look at how massive it is. My husband got this for me for my birthday. And this was from Pandora's, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll put a link down below. But I got this. I had seen it was either November or December, Evelyn Cameron had put a post out. Might have been on Facebook or Instagram, maybe. I can't remember. Maybe it was in her community. I don't know. But she had made a post about this particular shop that's in the Ukraine and, to go and actually help support and stuff. And that they had the most beautiful items. And I seen this and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's beautiful. So I have that over here. I keep that up on my desk. I did show people, if I'm too close, sorry. I did show people on my Facebook, but I know that there's a lot of people that are not on YouTube that are on YouTube that are not on Facebook. So, and the other item that he got me, obviously I picked out all these items. I told him what I wanted. He just said, okay, get them. That's how it works. He doesn't try picking out my gifts anymore. So, there's a spirit board. This was also from the same shop. And I had been wanting one. But nothing that I could find really was what I was looking for. And then I seen this one and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. For further work with mediumship and ancestry and stuff like that. I wanted a spirit board. Now, I do have a story about a Ouija board that my husband and I had many, many years ago. We had tried throwing it away a couple of times and it always ended up back in our game cabinet. Don't tell me how. Could have been somebody messing with us, but literally we threw it away and it ended up back in our cabinet. But it was my husband. Well, I was with a friend. Gosh, I must have been maybe 15. Maybe 15. Yeah, maybe 15. And she had a Ouija board. And we were playing with it. And we were asking questions like who we're going to marry, blah, 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 blah. And it told me who I was going to marry. And I did end up marrying him. That was his name. And I didn't meet him until 5 years later, and he was not even anybody that was he didn't even live in the same state that I lived in. So he was in Illinois and I was in Michigan. So they're real. Trust me, they're real. Even the little Ouija boards that what is it? I don't even remember the name brand, but that's what she had. Just a regular that you can buy from Toys R Us. You remember Toys R Us? Gosh, I love Toys R Us. So anyways, got that. And I'm so in love with it. And I usually hang it up back there. You can see where I took it out from there for the video. And then I got a new basket to house. You know, I've talked about it before. I like to cleverly house things like in books and in baskets and stuff like that in my room because I'm definitely a maximalist, okay? I like all of my stuff. I love it all. I love coming down in this room and having all of my stuff surrounding me, and it's just all at a, you know, just a grab to use it whatever I'm feeling in the moment. But this basket is so cool, and I got it, I think like 50% off or something, and I got it to house all of my stickers and stuff, and I had ended up buying some more stickers. Which way do you see the pile of stuff over there? I'll put the camera down for over there, but I got some really cool stickers because I was thinking about Dawn Michelle had made one of her decks, right? Oracle decks, by like taking an old deck and then doing like not camouflage. I don't know why I'm thinking camouflage, but doing like the I'm having a major brain fart right at this moment, but where she would just take pictures and stuff like that and put them on top of it. We have these kind of decks. I'm just totally having a brain fart. So, and I also seen Carrie over at Carrie's Mystical. Damn it. See, my brain's not working today. It's all these damn solar flares. I was having major hot flashes. So, like these, a bunch of different stickers like these. I love like where they look like stamps kind of. And like those. Very cool. So these are all new ones that I got because I was thinking of making like a deck like that. Just for me. You know, just a fun kind of project, because when I get bored or even when I'm watching things or listening to things, I like to keep my hands busy. So I like to create things, and stuff is falling on my desk. So, and there's a bunch in there, you can see. And then some more, which have a bunch of stickers inside of them. So you're going to be shocked when you see like how many decks I got in January. It's deck overload, okay? So I got the basket to house and put down underneath my desk, but so that they weren't falling all over the place, something to keep them in nicely. And I always watch for when stuff is on sale. So another thing I got, you know, that I got for Christmas, the Madam Lydia Wilhelmina, and then also as a birthday present to others that was on my birthday, I also gave out a free a giveaway of Madam Lydia. Well, I didn't like the box that it came in, so I got a bag, custom made bag done. Well, they're already made. She didn't custom make it, other than I got to decide like what symbol and what color I wanted, because you could get silver and there was a whole bunch of different charms that you could put on it. But I thought this was perfect for the Madam Lydia Wilhelmina's deck. Like that, like brocade, like gothic-y, Victorian, right? But black, and then with like the little skull on it. I thought that was perfect. So I got the bag, off of Etsy, and I will leave links for all these down below. Then I got a bag. I got this off of Amazon for my new deck that came in, my Geomantic Figures deck. This one. Woo! So that also came in January, the new updated version of that. And then I gave the bridge version to a girlfriend, sent it over to her. And then I bought a bag for my 13 sign astrology deck, and that the updated deck also came in. So I wanted like an astrology, or you know, like an astrology bag to kind of go with it, because I don't like the tuck boxes that they give. So, and these are big enough that I can put like markers or pens or crystals or, you know, talismans, whatever, when I'm working with these. So I think that's all of the big stuff. So now I'm going to record the rest with my phone so that I can show you the rest. I'm going to take you back behind my chair so that you can see that first, and then I'll start showing you all the books and the decks that I got in January. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, so we are in my witchy room behind my chair, and this is what I got. And it's for all of my boxes that I don't use for tarot and oracle. All the empty boxes. That's what the front of it looks like. I know it's not so easy to see because it's a little bit darker back here, but very cool, huh? And I also got this, which you can't see with all the lights on, but it like does like galaxy stuff. Let me see something. Bluetooth mode. Okay. So you can do it with stars, without stars, and it's like on a Bluetooth mode. So very cool, huh? So also, I got this new mat off of Etsy, and I'll put the link down below for that as well. This is, sorry if I went too fast. This is where I keep my board, my Wheel of the Year. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. That's where I keep that. That's the big pile. And then over here is where I keep, you know, my little like gothy area. This is where I keep my spirit board. Also by my scrying mirror that I made out of a frame. Okay, so where to begin? Yeah. So first off, one of the things that I had wanted, and I just wasn't getting it because of the cost. Well, I decided to get it. That is the Tarot Volatile book. And you know what? I'm really glad that I did, because it is just really such a stunning deck, or a stunning deck, yes, but a stunning book that is going to make a deep dive into the deck obviously more viable. And you know what? It is worth the amount of money, because they put a lot of hard work into the deck and into the book itself. And so I just pretty much got out of my own way and said, you know what? I have the money. I'm going to get it. And it's also supporting a small business, right? So it's stunning. So that's one of the things that I got. Oh, it's a heavy book. Another, I did get this book, but you guys have all seen this. This is with the Madam Lydia Tarot. This was sent to me because of it being late, the decks being sent out late. So, and I got it right at the end of December, so I'm just counting that kind of like in January, because that's when I really started working with the Madam Lydia. So, I also got this book and this deck. I had seen this deck. I had been eyeing it for a little bit. It's not too old, but I thought, you know what? I really do like it. I love herbal stuff and just like green witchy stuff in general, you know. I really like the artwork. I like the subject matter, and I love green witchery. So I decided to get the deck, and I'm sure I'll be able to incorporate one way or another. The backs are really pretty too. And the book, this is not the guidebook for the deck. This is the wonderful stuff that it has in it is Green Witchcraft in the Garden, magical goals for the garden, so how you use your garden, modifying an existing garden, a garden for cooking and food, a garden for growing magical elements, magical oasis garden, rewilding. It just talks about the garden in general. And I have been the last couple of years getting more into gardening. And I'm trying to figure out what to do this year coming out. My husband and I were talking about it. We're not going to do jalapenos this year. So I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. Kinds of witchcraft gardens. You can do astrological gardens. That was kind of neat. Moodin gardens, elemental gardens. But let me just get into showing you. And I believe there was some recipes in here too, wasn't there? No. Maybe there was. Towards the back, but just to give you a hint of what this book looks like. If you're into gardening, oh yeah, that's right. There's a whole, is that what it was? A glossary in the back of the different casting spells in your garden. Oh yeah, here we go. Talks about the moons. The moons in your garden. Daily solar cycle. Botanical waters. I mean, there is just so much in this. What was that? Okay, spring blessings, summer blessings, autumn blessings. That's all so friggin' cool. Releasing a tool or a fool. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. This is what I looked through and I liked. So, calendula, carnations. These are common flowers. I mean, look at all of them. And then goes into herbs. We were thinking about maybe doing our raised beds and just doing flowers in them this year. I don't know. How cool is this, huh? So anyways, that's another book that I got. So, you guys know that I love the Real Sky Astrology Tarot deck that Julie Kusha Watts created. This was the initial workbook for the tarot deck. However, she recently just came out with a second version, and this one is talking about the Egyptian gods mixed in with the signs. So let me give you a for instance. So like, let's do, okay. So let's do Imhotep, the snake bearer, which is also Ophiuchus. The constellation of Snake Bearer occupies more than half of the area on the ecliptic it shares with Scorpio. Other names for this constellation include Ophiuchus, Serpentarius, and Serpent Bearer. This 13th sign is omitted in Western astrology. However, the purpose of the southern stars of reincarnation is to bring back the important things that serve humanity. One of these things is a real person named Imhotep, advisor to Khufu, master architect, builder of the pyramids, and the one who brought the art of medicine to the Egyptian people. Imhotep's importance is supported by the fact that Greeks called him Asclepius. In the Bible, he is called Joseph, son of Jacob, the serpent holder, giving ancient meaning to the two intertwined serpents of modern medicine. About 2,000 years after his life of Imhotep, a cult of commemoration developed around Imhotep, who decided that Imhotep would take his place with the southern stars to ensure this hero's return to Egypt again and again. Imhotep is credited with building the first step pyramid in Saqqara. He is also recognized as the world's first doctor. He was a priest, a scribe, sage, poet, astrologer, vizier, and chief minister to the pharaoh Djoser, who ruled during the third dynasty of the Old Kingdom. Imhotep is depicted as an ordinary man in typical Egyptian dress, seated on a throne, usually with an open scroll on his lap, sometimes carrying the ankh and or scepter. So it says his best-known writings are medical texts. Some scholars suggest that Imhotep is the author of the Edwin Smith Papyrus. The papyrus contains descriptions of more than 90 anatomical terms and 48 injuries. He may also be the founder of an ancient medical school called Asclepian in Turkey. Imhotep's school was founded 2,200 years before the medical school of Hippocrates. Imhotep is an example of the personality cults that flourished during the age of Aries. Imhotep was elevated to a god status thousands of years after his death. In the Great Triad at Memphis, Saqqara, he replaced Nefertum as the divine son of Sekhmet and Ptah. Imhotep is also associated with Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, and learning. In Greece, he was worshipped as Asclepius. Early Christians describe him as one with Christ. Ellis Normandy, Imagining the World into Existence, an Ancient Egyptian Manual of Consciousness, Bear and Company, 2012. Imhotep is the 13th sign. As the 13th sign aligns him with other constructs of the 12 plus 1 symbol. Other 12 plus 1 constructs include the 13th full moon of the solar year, Hercules and his 12 labors, Jesus and his 12 apostles, King Arthur and his 12 knights of the Round Table. One might also see this symbolism in modern courtrooms. The judge, dressed in black, who sits above in an enclosure presiding over 12 jurors, lesser judges dispensing justice. There are 13 witches of a coven. The number 13 swirls with intrigue, has been the focal point for political power and religious mystery for some time. It may have been coveted knowledge hidden away, shrouded with mystery and cloaked with taboo, and even ridiculed to keep some secret safe. Or maybe this feminine number was the secret of fertility and prowess, as the 13th day of a woman's moon cycle is when she may be more likely to become pregnant. Over the years, 13th sign was eliminated from the teachings of Western and Vedic astrology until recently. So, it says people born between December 1st and 17th are born under the sign of the snake bearer. But that's just to show you just one. And she goes through all of the signs in here and associates them with the ancient Egyptian gods. And then she talks about precession and the chart and a glossary. Ooh, she's even got me in here. She's so sweet. Oh, and lots of places to take notes. Because these are like workbooks. So I love this. I loved the workbook and I love this. I've already started reading it and it just blows me away. I know she's got a Oracle decks coming out. It's going to be a total of 12, I think, but we'll get to that. She'll talk about that herself, but I'm excited. I am excited about that. So, yes, I got that. So from US Games, I got these two decks that were sent to me for review. This one I have been using on my desk every day, pulling a new card. This deck really surprised me. At first I was like, oh man, I don't know about this one. The artwork, I don't know. But once you start getting into the book and the messages, the artwork just fits. Now I've already done a walkthrough. It's already aired on my channel, so I'm not going to do that here. I'll just, point you to it. Maybe put it in the description. Same with the Tarot of the Moon Garden. It is so phenomenal. I think it is beautiful. I think that the shape is really, really cool. The cardstock is really good. The gilding is beautiful. The book is thick and fabulous, and I've also done a walkthrough of this one, so I'll direct you over to that one as well. So those were two of the things that came in. Two other things that came in. This one I have not shown yet. I've already done the walkthrough. It's just a matter of airing it. But I've already done the walkthrough of the Awakened Soul. Ethany sent these to me for review on my channel. So I also got these. I'm not going to talk too much about them here because I've already done that in walkthroughs. But you'll see. I'll put a link to this one, but this one hasn't aired yet. This one, I had been seeing this all around and I had to get it. It just is a phenomenal deck. I just can't even say enough about this deck. And I did do a walkthrough, a complete walkthrough of this as well. So it is on my channel if you want to check it out. Okay, this one has been on my channel and you've seen it already. This is the Dream, no, what is the name of this? Oh, whoops. This one, Dream of Nile Tarot. I do have a full walkthrough of this deck, and I have used it quite a few times this month because I am just absolutely in love with this deck. Look at that. Oh, I swear. Amazang, is it Zhang? Amazang? Yeah. She did not just spare any expense. This is pure decadence right here. And this is what I talked about in the walkthrough. And I love the Egyptian stuff. This is just absolutely stunning. This was a Kickstarter. So it was one that I backed quite a bit ago. And it just happened to come in the beginning of the month. Or maybe the second week of the month. This is another one that I haven't shown. I did do a walkthrough. It just hasn't aired yet. It is the cutest little deck. Sorry if you can hear my dryer going off. I'm also doing laundry. This is the cutest deck. I seen this on, I believe, Chanel's channel, which was formerly Spirited Stardust. Now it's Chanel Days. I believe that she's had it, and also Carrie. I think it's Carrie's Musings or Mystical Musings. I'm not sure. I will be putting links down below to anything or anyone that I mentioned, okay? But this is a cute little clarifier deck. And then another thing that I got on Kickstarter, which I have done a walkthrough of this as well. It's just not aired yet. And it's the Arcanum Vitae or Vitae deck. And this came with two decks in it. This is like an oracle deck that's kind of like based off of, off of the Major Arcana. But it's got like a theme of like life and death and reincarnation. Super cool. And then this is like an expanded Lenormand. I mean, gosh, it's beautiful. It is stunning. It's a stunning deck. They're both absolutely stunning. And the camera does not do them justice. Not at all. So, with that Kickstarter, which I'll be releasing soon, I also got the Fortuna Tarot. Come on. Ooh. And this is just stunning also. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if you're seeing, yeah. Look at those colors. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's just a stunning deck. And those are the backs. So that's the Fortuna. It was all part of the same Kickstarter. And then I also got the Grimoire. The Nocturna Grimoire. It's really beautiful. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I seen it and I just thought it was stunning, so I got those. So another deck that I got, I have the indie version of this. However, I wanted to get the mass market just so I can easily have it accessible, because the other box and stuff, it's just easier getting this out, you know, and keeping it easily upstairs. And so I have one downstairs and one upstairs. This is one of my all-time favorite Oracle decks. So, and that is the Sacred Creators Oracle by Chris Ann. So I got that. So, okay, I got a few more here. Sorry, just trying to get things out of the way. So here's another one. I have done a walkthrough, but it's not aired yet on my channel. This is the Secret Manifestation cards. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ooh, looky, looky. I seen this over on Robyn Reflections channel. And I just was blown away. You know, the secret was integral in my spiritual journey. It was one of those It was the movie first, and then I got the book. But I watched the movie first, and I was blown away. And I was telling everybody in my family, you got to see this. You got to see this. You know, it affected everything. It changed my life. It literally changed my life. And so I had to get this. And as I go through all of these, they're so good. And we can use those reminders all the time. I know I can, definitely. So this deck is amazing. And I do have a walkthrough coming soon. It's done. It's just not aired. So another one that I've got is the Fearless Fight Like a Girl Oracle deck, written by Angie Solons and art by Benty Schlick. Fearless. I am loving all of Angie Solon's books and decks. And so I seen this at the local metaphysical store. My husband took the day off on my birthday this month and earlier this month and took me out to lunch and then took me to my favorite local metaphysical shop, which is Coyote Wisdom. And I seen this and I had not gotten it at this point. So, and because I've really enjoyed so many of the decks that have been sent to me by US Games that are Angie Solon's, I said, you know what, I'm going to get this too. So, it's beautiful. I have not worked with it yet, but I can tell I'm going to like it. I already know I'm going to like it. And look at that gilding. Oh my gosh. Copper is my favorite metal. It is my favorite metal. It's gorgeous. So another deck that I got while I was there was the Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen Tarot. If I can get it out. This one is a little bit different, obviously, but the artwork is really very cool. I have not worked with this one yet either, but I will eventually. I definitely go like in phases with what art I'm attracted to and, you know, like what shows I'm drawn to at the moment, and that is reflected in the decks that I want to work with. So this was when I knew that I was getting the Madam Lydia Wilhelmina's. It kind of reminds me of that, kind of. So that was another one. And I do have a few more here. So this is the Gift of Virtue Clarity deck. This is by Callie Smith and Joseph Kess. This was something that I found on Etsy. I had done a Kickstarter about a year ago, and I got another deck that was from them. And I bought one for me and one for a friend. It's an astrology deck. And I wanted this one also. And it just happened to be on sale for quite a bit off in January. I think this was like $26 or something, on sale for $26. And it's got 148 cards. And they're like clarifying cards. Now, I do have a walkthrough of this as well. It hasn't aired yet. But it's extremely colorful and like this, generosity. The gift that keeps on giving, the quality of being plentiful or abundant, liberal in gifting. So they're just like all kinds of like clarifier. Just, it's awesome. And it can be used with so many different forms of divination. And for $26 and something, I mean, I could split this up because it's 148 cards. I could split this up into, you know, 2 or 3 decks. Just go through all of it, because there's like so many different like emotions and actions and all that are in this. Okay, 2 more and then I am done, I promise. So this is another one that I had been looking at for the longest time, and the more and more I seen it, I was like, oh, okay, damn it, I gotta get it. And that is the Death Doula, because I am very fascinated with the concepts of life and death and rebirth and reincarnation and that whole process, right? So I have seen this repeatedly on other people's channels and the way that they've talked about it. And I have done the walkthrough, and I read out of the book for the walkthrough. I have not used this deck personally, not yet, but there's a few spreads that I want to do with it, that come with it. And so I think it's absolutely beautiful. And the cardstock is, I love it. It's bigger, but oh, I don't know. I love, it's thinner. I don't know what it is. I love it. It's got a good core. You can tell it's got a good core. But I'm already, without even working with it yet, and just reading some of them out of the book, I was already very pleasantly surprised. Not surprised. Very, very pleasantly excited to work with this. It's like the first half of the book does the meanings, and the second half goes with like different rituals and practices and learning more like about shadow work and journaling and giving you like, you know, things to further like your understanding of different concepts in the book. I will say that the writing in the book is super tiny, but it also came with a little paper that's got a barcode that you can get the PDF. And so I just put the PDF right on my iPad. That way I can just blow it up and the words are not a challenge for me. And then I got one more deck. And it's the Energy Archaeology Oracle deck. And this is another one that I had been wanting for quite some time. However, I just hadn't done it. And then I got a check for something actually in, you know, January. And that's when I purchased this, the Death Doula, and the Gift of Virtue deck. When I got all 3 of those at the same time, because I got paid on something. And I was like, I'm just going to spend it on more decks. So this, I've already done a walkthrough. It's just not aired as well. And this deck also kind of blew me away. I wasn't sure what to expect with this deck. And as I started reading through while I was doing the walkthrough, and I did a little bit more reading after that, and it is phenomenal. As I get older and there's more, you know, your emotions can be heavily tied to physically what you're going through. And I think that the older that you get, the more prevalent that is. So, and the more empathic you are, the more you see like physical things manifesting in your body. So I thought a deck like this would be perfect for working with like the physical aspects as well as like spiritual aspects. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And the book seems excellent as well. So that is everything, I think. My goodness gracious. it was a bit overwhelming, to be honest with you, but I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. Now it's just a matter of finding the right time in order to start working with the decks and stuff and going through the books. I tell you, I need to start a series that is called Shopping My Own Shelves. So my tarot shelves. Stop shopping on like Amazon and, you know, Etsy and stuff like that and Kickstarter, and just shopping my own damn shelves. So, because I have a lot of decks and I'm not complaining. I am very, very grateful and very appreciative and spoiled. So thank you for joining me today. And if you're still here at the end, you're a rock star. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always.